Hi, my name is Mike Ferguson from Intelligent Business Strategies. I want to tell you about my new one-day class on designing a competitive data strategy for a data-driven enterprise. Almost every executive I talk to around the world in my consulting activities tells me the same thing, that they want to become data-driven. But the first thing you need if you want to become data-driven is a data strategy. And that data strategy has to address two broad challenges. The first is to reduce risk, to get your data under control and govern it, and be able to make high quality data products that you can share around the enterprise that people can reuse for both operational and analytical use cases. Second major challenge is that we have to maximize the use of data analytics for competitive advantage. And that means both from a defensive perspective and an offensive perspective. So your data strategy needs both of these. So the real question is then, well, what is it that you need to do to be able to build a data strategy, and what should be in a data strategy? So that's what the class is going to look at. We're going to look at, what this is, why is it needed? What are the key stages in building that? So we'll look at each of those key stages. We'll look at business strategy alignment so that your data strategy is in direct alignment with your business strategy to help your company achieve its overall business goals, and also in alignment with business priorities so that you're implementing your data strategy to meet the priorities of the business and to reach the targets that you're setting as part of your overall strategic goals. We'll also then look at understanding and assessing your existing setup, going into detail in a number of areas. For example, your operational business processes, because we may now have applications that are software as a service, you have applications on premises, applications on public clouds, and if data has to flow between them, how does that work? How efficient is it? How cumbersome is it? We'll be looking at your analytical systems and what capabilities do you have there? Do you have data warehouse? Do you have lake houses? Do you have data science? Do you have a graph database? You have streaming analytics underway. All of these different analytical initiatives could be happening within your enterprise, and look at how well they work together. What's the data architecture in order to make data and analytics effective within your enterprise so that you can compete on those insights? Is there any weaknesses in your data architecture? What technologies do you currently have? And what, you know, not just your capabilities. So, have we got a multitude of overlapping technologies? Have you got weaknesses where there are gaps in your technology portfolio, where you need technology to help you do a better job? Are there strengths, that you currently have that you want to, let's say, roll further out across your enterprise? Look at that whole technology portfolio that you need to really be able to be effective with the data strategy. And then, look at your data estate, look at the capabilities, as I said, that you currently have, what projects are currently underway, and how are they currently aligned with your strategy, your business strategy? What is it that you're building in data science to help you achieve a business goal? Uh, what is it you're building in BI for that business goal? What data are you producing for that business goal? So how do these things work together to achieve those business goals? Or do they not? Is there a problem there? To be able to totally understand that, understand your governance setup, how good are you at doing data governance? Is it well underway? Are you stronger in some areas, weaker in others? What about new legislation, data privacy, uh, protecting data from a data breach? What about data quality, data retention, data sharing? How does that work within your enterprise? And how good are you at governing it across your data estate? And also looking at not only your transactional systems, your analytical systems, your content systems, content management systems as well, to be able to understand how to use that for competitive advantage. The second thing we're going to look at is is then the future setup, which is okay, here we know what we have, but here's what we really want. And again, look at that from an organizational perspective, what you need to do from a data governance point of view, what you need to do from both an operational data flows as well as an analytical setup perspective. What should your data architecture be going forward? What would you like it to be going forward? And where do you need to make integrations in order to bring that data architecture to life? And then we'll look at a defensive data strategy, which is really to do with reducing risk within your organization, and again, making sure that you align with your business strategies there. If you've got any risk-related objectives, compliance-related objectives, um, defining a governance framework for that. Then we'll also look at the offensive data strategy. That means to be able to use data and analytics for competitive uh, edge, to be able to um, look at how we can use data and analytics to grow revenue, what you're currently doing there versus what you need to be doing there in your future strategy. What is it we need from data analytics to reduce cost and together drive wider profit margins through greater revenue and lower cost? And then having understood that, then look at, well, what needs to be in the technology platform to support all of that. And then finally, to create an implementation roadmap in order to be able to bring this data strategy to life whilst incrementally delivering new business value as you go, uh, dealing with those candidate use cases that are going to drive new value. And so what you're doing is putting data and analytics to work to drive new value across your enterprise and roll out a data-driven program. Okay, so please join me for this one-day class if you can. It's a lot to talk about in a day, but hopefully at the end of it, you should be able to know what you need to do to create a data strategy for a data-driven enterprise in your organization. Thanks a lot.